I'm going to say this off the top, and you know I don't say this that often.
I don't know. I got to hear it first.
I was wrong.
Now that you don't say often.
I was. When Juan Soto turned down $440 million guaranteed from the Washington National, I thought he was crazy, Meshuggah. I said, he'll never see that again. Something will go wrong. He'll be injured. Something bad, and it's not going to work. It's not going to happen, right? That's what I said. This dude is now on the verge of getting a $600 million contract, okay? Rob G, the latest is that, a few teams, right?
Teams.
All 5 teams that are in on Juan Soto. That would be the Mets, the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Blue Jays. 5 teams that we know of, according to Ken Rosenthal, have all offered a minimum
of
$600 million. I mean, and the expectation is, not according to Rosenthal, but according to other outlets, that he will make a decision as early as Saturday before the winter meetings start on Sunday.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see if it's that soon. I know.
You couldn't tell me nothing.
Because Scott Boras, his guys are always late, in signing, but this might be different.
Well, this might be different.
Because there's so much money.
And I think also he's coming off of a great postseason and have just a great year and then into the postseason where it's like, dude, we hot now.
Let me tell you this.
And also the Dodgers, too, signing Blake Snell, so you can see they're trying to repeat, and maybe other teams are like, man, we got to try to compete.
Even that the Dodgers are in this. I mean, it says,
which is
speaks
ridiculous.
volumes.
That's just a lot of money.
Even
that's just crazy
I know
money.
you have a fundamental issue, but I'm going to tell you this. And I know your issue is not anti-player. It's not
right,
like you're,
not at all.
I know. I'm just to clarify.
Get the money.
But I don't have an issue with this because this is the kind of money that's generated in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't like a 4-year NBA contract, right? This is going to be like a
10, 12
or 14-year contract. Okay, he's a young guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just turned 20.
25, is it?
26? 26?
Yeah.
Okay? Like, he's young.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say he got a 14-year contract, that takes him to 40. In baseball, that's doable. It's not like the NBA or whatever. Guys,
and even if he only does 36, but I got the front end of that.
Yeah, he's got 10 or 12 years. I'd say he does 10 years, right? And he's 36. That's usually. My point is, he's earned this money because you know what he did? Things didn't go that well in San Diego, okay?
They didn't.
The first year, no. Second year, he made the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
But it was okay. Like, it was.
You wanted more.
With the Yankee, a career-high 41 home runs in the Bronx. He was one of the 3 finalists for MVP in the American League. Judge, of course, won. Unanimous. And he was able to perform under the pressure of playing in New York. Everybody can't play in New York. So you look at this young guy and go, he came to New York. Yankees hadn't been to the World Series since 2009. They had basically a lot of the same pieces. Mm-hmm. Who was different? Juan Soto. Guess what they did? They went to the World Series.
They did. And
he got big hits. He got home runs. That big hit against the Guardians, you remember that? That sent the Yankees into the was that to the,
was that
yeah, that was to the
World Series.
That was into the World Series, Game 5. Right, to get him into the World Series. I want to make sure it wasn't to get him to the ALCS. That was to get him in. And he had a tremendous at-bat, hit a big home run. He did everything you could have asked. The pressures of playing in New York, leadership, just going out every day, not a prima donna, none of that. Fans, the Dominicans in New York, they loved him.
That's a big part of it.
Loved him.
Here's my thing, though. So what you were saying, I have a fundamental issue. You're right. The players get that bag. I have no problem on it.
But if you were an owner, you would be doing this.
But my thing is, we talked about this yesterday with Brock Purdy. And we just talked about it before several times. I'm not into paying you because I have to, because the last guy, he got 400 to 500 to 600, or the last quarterback got 60 million, so you got to give me 65 because I'm pretty good. No, I don't. I don't have to. And the issue that I have, or the challenge specifically with baseball, is one guy can't make a difference per se. Mike Trout got 400 and something million. We ain't seen him since. There's been time. Alex Rodriguez got 200 and something. We ain't seen him until he finally got with the Dodgers and was making noise. And it's not their fault. I'm sorry, Dodgers, the Yankees.
And then, wait a minute, he did help them win that 2009.
Right, but I'm talking about that original contract he got with the Rangers.
Yeah, that was the Rangers.
Yep, that's what I'm saying is it took him to getting to the Yankees where you felt like, okay, there he is. He's having these moments, and it got me to a World Series. And it's not their fault. It's just a sport where it's so individualized. It's just your at-bat. I can't help you. I can't set a pick for you. I can't block for you. It's your at-bat. It's your catch. If you're going to outfield or if you're manning first base, you're the pitcher, it's a different type of sport. Basketball, LeBron at his peak, Steph Curry at his peak, Shaq, Kobe, Magic, if they didn't have guaranteed restrictions, caps, then they could be worth that kind of money because singularly, I may win singularly because I have Shaq. Plain and simple. Singularly because I have Kobe Bryant and a couple other pieces, I can win a world championship. Singularly because I have Steph Curry. So if they weren't capped, salary capped, then they could be worth this kind of money because I know having LeBron for 10 years, there's a likelihood I'm going to win a ring. That's not the case in baseball. It's not their fault. It's just the way that the game is designed. So I don't feel comfortable giving someone that much money. Also with him, how many more years? What, 2? Before he's a DH?
No. He's young. He's young.
Man, I'm about to throw, 2, 3, 4 years.
He's young. He's only 26.
And I'm paying this man to be a DH for 8, 9, 10 years.
Wait a minute. Shohei's a DH, and he's making $700 million.
Shohei is a DH for a moment in time. He's about to be a PH, to be a pitcher in a minute.
Yeah, okay, but he's still a DH as well.
Right, and he's about to pitch. So I'm getting a guy who's going to pitch and maybe win me 15 games.
It's worth it from the standpoint, and I hear what you're saying, but look at the money they play, 162 games. The revenue is there.
4 million people hit the gates.
The revenue's there.
I'm with you, but I'm just saying, it's the worth value. Like, man, not that he's not talented in comparison to his peers. It's just, my gosh,
but the reason that this has happened is that owners would rather have like a fixed cost. If I only sign Juan Soto to 3 years, in another 3 years,
I got to go up and it's going to be more. I get it. I get it.
Because the salaries haven't gone the other way.
It's going up.
That's the issue. So it's like, let me just
$60 million will look all right in 7 years.
In 7 years, because
I got it.
Everybody else will be making $85 million a year. Like that's what started this, was owners trying to fix their costs for a long period of time rather than the inflation. They know that it's only going to go up. That's why when the Cowboys waited on Dak Prescott, that made no sense. It ain't going down.
It ain't going down. And you know who else I look at this where it didn't really work out? Albert Pujols.
No, it didn't.
It was great in the first couple of years. Then it's like, man, I got to keep paying you this crazy money. Josh Hamilton, I got to pay you this crazy money. Mike Trout, it's not that he doesn't compete, not that he's not great, but it's just, it doesn't, literally, when is the last time you seen Mike Trout? I mean, almost literally to the point of like even at bat. Like, you just don't even see Mike Trout right now in life. And it's like, man, I got that man 400-something million. So, again, players, get the bag. I ain't mad. Juan Soto, bruh, dinner on you. Go get the money. But I'm just saying, I'm like, golly, that's a lot of money in a one sport. I get quarterbacks. You're Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. You have the ball in your hand every single time we hype the ball. Whether you're handing it off, passing, I get that. Baseball's a little different.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. I say Juan Soto deserves every single dollar he gets. I have no issue with some teams signing him for $600 million. That's the going rate. He's young. He does everything you want. He gets on base. He hits home runs. He helped the Yankees get to a World Series that they haven't been able to get to since 2009. Kelvin says no, just fundamentally he not paying.
That's just, it ain't even a Juan Soto thing.
Right, it's just that you don't want to pay somebody that kind of money for that those terms, that many years.